and they do great work on the streets and under the streets, especially for the city. And Fred Chico Puzo is here today for them. State DOT is here as well. Regional 11 Director of Operations John Wong will be speaking, representing the state, and then we will have several members of the labor movement who will be introduced by Commissioner Rodriguez, including members of DC 37, Local 1455, and Local 376, and then we will also have National Grid's Kevin Schweiger, Director of Construction, speaking. And the last speaker will be, and this is one that's, I think, should be very moving and compelling, is a crew supervisor from DOT's sidewalk, citywide concrete unit. In Staten Island last year, his crew was working out on a pedestrian ramp around this time of the day, actually, when there was a work zone intrusion due to reckless driving. And that's and so Chris Giuliano will review that, and we'll be sending the clip of that intrusion out to media later in the day, and hopefully for the public to see, to understand the main message here is to slow down around work zone. So with that, I will give you DOT Commissioner Ydanis Rodriguez. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. And before I get into the details on what we are going to be doing right now, I also want to call and recognize Margaret Fagioni, who is our first Deputy Commissioner who oversees all operation at DOT. Yes, I'm proud to be the face of this agency, but behind us is you, is the workers, is almost 6,000 men and women that work in different fields to be sure that we oversee 27% of the land in New York City is under our agency, and we are very proud to work so hard to keep our street safe for everyone, for New Yorkers and other visitors. But we're going to be doing something tonight in one of the bridges, and we'd like to call our first Deputy Commissioner, Margaret Fagioni, to come and share with us what are we doing and why we are doing it.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. It's so important to us to highlight safety of our workforce. Each and every day, we have men and women on the streets and in every corner of the city, and there is nothing more important than making sure each and every one of them gets home to their families safely, as well as all of our partners here with us today that the Commissioner will introduce. This evening, in conjunction with New York State DOT, we're lighting up the K Bridge, the Kosciuszko Bridge, in orange. I encourage everyone to look at it. It is stunning and beautiful, and that will highlight our Work Zone Awareness Week. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. And good morning, and thank you for joining us today here in Bushwick, one of our active DOT resurfacing operation. And we had a great person, Irina, who is the person in charge, the roadway division. As a father of two, a strong, smart girl, for me, it's an honor also to see a woman also in a great leadership position in this agency. And Irina is the one who oversees more than 1,500 men and women in charge of all the roadways. So thank you for the great job that also you do. Again, we are recognizing the National Work Zone Awareness Week. Safety is always New York City DOT top priority. And today we are gathered to talk about an additional type of safety, that of our field workers and crew from our fellow agency, utilities, and contractors. On behalf of our great Mayor Eric Ydanis, thank you to all the agency partners and utilities for your participation. We are joined today by DDC Associate Commissioner for Infrastructure, Alik Malik, DEP Director, Employee Health and Safety for Water and Sewer Operation, Fred Shaik Okpulsor, State DOT Region 11 Director Operation, John Wong, Deborah Williams and Alvin Williams, DC 37 Safety Unit, Michael DeMarco, Local 1455, Kenneth Green, Local 983. As we rebounded from the pandemic, and although we were certainly slowed by COVID, DOT never stopped our work on roadways, bridges, and ferries. The agency worked under all conditions to keep New Yorkers moving safely and efficiently. With warmer weather now upon us and construction season fully underway, many of our employees and the employees of those organizations standing here today are in work zones right along moving traffic. And that's why at this time, each year, we gather to recognize National Work Zone Awareness Day and raise drivers' awareness to look out for workers on roadways. The message is simple, clear. Slow down as you go and approach any work zone. We have to look at those who are working, resurfacing, working in the field as they are your own family members. Again, slow down. Last year, alone 6 New York City DOT employees were injured as a result of work zone instructions. Each year, over 900 people are killed in work zone across our country, and even more are injured. And already this year, New York City DOT has seen 3 work zone instructions, 2 in the same areas on Staten Island. That's unacceptable. Too often, our workers experience hazardous encounters brought on by impaired motorists, distracted, untesting drivers, and those who blatantly fail to keep a safe distance from our work zones. This is all too real for us at DOT. It's only 6 years since we lost George Stapp, one of our on-duty bridge workers, to a speeding vehicle on the Hutchinson River Parkway. I want to ask for a moment of silence to remember George, because when we lost anyone at DOT, the whole agency and the whole city will all feel the loss. To combat this danger, we urge the public to think of these employees as members, as I said before, of our own family. DOT takes employee safety very seriously because it's the agency job to protect its workforce. We provide comprehensive interactive work zone training to more than 3,000 field employees, as well issue work zone related and personal protective equipment. Our trucks are equipped with backup cameras and reflective markings. I also want to focus on the great work of the DOT division we showcase today, roadway repair and maintenance. Today, resurfacing work along Evergreen Avenue, which include a bike lane, is part of over 1,150 lane miles DOT will reserves each year. DOT's roadway repair and maintenance operation keep the city's roads and highways in a state of good repair throughout the year. While full resurfacing of roads has proven to result in fewer potholes over the years, DOT repairs existing potholes in record time, roughly 2 days on average. And when I say 2 days in average, if there's any pothole that you see that it takes longer, it's because there was all other conditions under our street that require all the agencies to do the work. We also have several other operation division and units that are exposed on our street each day, including sidewalk inspection and management, traffic operations, borough engineering, and others. I want to quickly acknowledge some of the senior leadership of DOT with us today. Keep to the organization event for work zone awareness. DOT First Deputy Commissioner, I heard from her, Margaret, for joining. DOT Deputy Commissioner for Human Resource and Facility Management, Ydanis Strutter, and RM's Deputy Commissioner, Arena Nedel-Jobbik. And Ekduk, I want also to acknowledge him, who is a person at DOT who is in charge of accessibility. And we talk about in charge of accessibility, it's not only someone that for different conditions is in a wheelchair. DOT work very hard on accessibility to be sure that everyone also is have our street and our sidewalk accessible to everyone. I would also like to know that we are joined by a few members of DOT's Health and Safety, which oversee agency compliance and coordinate training. Hoy nosotros estamos aquí, un día muy importante, donde estamos asegurándonos que todos los choferes de esta ciudad reconozcan que tenemos que mirar a aquellas personas que están trabajando en el highway, en la carretera, alfateando las calles, como si fueran nuestra familia. Nuestro mensaje es claro. Cuando vamos manejando y nos aproximamos a un lugar de trabajar, miremos, pensemos en esa persona como si fueran miembros de nuestra propia familia. Ellos también tienen el derecho de llegar a su casa y estar con sus miembros de su familia, con sus hijos. Nosotros también tenemos la gran responsabilidad como personas cuando estamos manejando de mirarlo a ellos como miembros de nuestra familia también. Así es de que a nombre del alcalde Ydanis, nuestro gran líder en la ciudad de Nueva York, hoy nosotros queremos hacer este reconocimiento de esta semana dedicada a aquellas personas que están trabajando en las calles para mantener la infraestructura en buen estado, que sean trabajadores que sientan, que lo sepan, que toda la ciudad, desde el alcalde Ydanis y todos nosotros, nos aseguramos en protegerlo. Now let's hear from DDC Associate Commissioner for Infrastructure, Alec Malik.
Thank you, Commissioner Rodriguez. My name is Ali Malik. I'm the Associate Commissioner for Construction for New York City Department of Design and Construction. On behalf of DDC Commissioner Tom Foley, it's a pleasure to be here this morning with our partners, DOT, DEP, and the numerous private utilities that we work with. DDC has currently 49 active projects valued at over $800 million in construction for DOT, and also an equal number from New York City DEP and some from Department of Parks. Each of these projects have their unique safety challenges, but on every project, no matter what, we have inspectors ensuring that work is performed correctly and safely. Safety is number one for all our projects, and this is discussed in every progress meeting on projects. DDC's Division of Safety and Site Support performs construction activity and quality assurance audits, as well as unannounced site inspections at all our projects. We have developed and implemented detailed maintenance and protection of traffic MPT plans. All our contractors are required to provide a thorough site safety plan prior to the start of construction at any project. We also require our inspectors to walk the job on a daily basis to ensure that all MPT devices are in place. We conduct daily safety audits. We have monthly outreach visits with project managers and contractors, as well as an annual safety summit. And when an accident occurs, we investigate. We have a lesson learned sessions, and we make sure that it doesn't happen again. And of course, as Commissioner Rodriguez says, the drivers have to slow down. Slow down. That's the message that Commissioner Rodriguez has, and that's the message Commissioner Foley has. We need drivers to do their part and slow down when they see work in the street. Thank you, DOT. Our shared values and common goals of keeping the city safe and unite all our agencies. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alec. Now we also hear now from John Warren, again, New York State Region 11's Director.
Thank you, Commissioner. Construction season is underway. This week, Governor Kathy Hochul announced that the state has officially commemorated National Work Zone Awareness Week from April 15th to April 19th. The theme for 2023 is work zones are temporary. Actions behind the wheel can last forever. People in this region are very acclimated to construction on our highways, but in recent years, we have seen work zone speed violations on the rise, resulting in injuries and even deaths amongst contractors and state employees. One injury is one too many, and most are completely preventable if people just follow the rules of the roads. I'd like to thank our partners in New York City for shining a spotlight on the importance of work zone safety this and every week. They know, as we do, that the personnel working on our highways are husbands and wives, fathers and mothers, children, sisters, and brothers. All their family members want them to return home safely after work each night, and we at New York State DOT do too. The public has a critical role to play in work zone safety. Slow down and drive carefully in work zone. Remember, our workers' lives are dependent on you. Thanks again to our partners in New York City and everyone here for the work that you do and the roles that you play in protecting our most valuable assets, our workers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Now let's hear from Kelvin from the National Grill Manager of Construction.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you, DOT Commissioner Rodriguez, for today's event to help emphasize the importance of work zone safety. At National Grid, safety is our top priority for our workers and for the public. We're committed to delivering safe and reliable service to the 1.9 million customers in the New York metro area and on Long Island who depend on us for the energy they need to run their homes and businesses. Work zone safety is a joint effort between crews and the community. It takes vigilance by every one of us to ensure there are no incidents. Observing work zones, slowing down, paying attention to your surroundings can ensure the well-being of all involved. It also helps to ensure workers can complete the necessary work in the most efficient and timely manner for the betterment of all of our communities. For their part, our crews and contractors go through regular and extensive training on work zone safety. In their daily practice, they mark out the work zone with construction barriers, wear high visibility garments, eye protection, and hard hats so they can be easily seen according to the best practices and guidelines outlined in training. We join with DOT, other agencies, and utilities to highlight the importance of work zone safety and encourage everyone to continue to do their part to ensure a safe environment for both workers and motorists. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, this administration, led by Mayor Ydanis, is very into working close with our labor. So let's hear from William from Labor to come and say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kenneth Green. I've been with DOT for about 35 years, and I've been with the union for 35 years. I like to stay under Margaret's guidance. She has been doing a fantastic job, and now that we have a commissioner who knows and sees what's happening around the city, I really appreciate you, and of course I appreciate all the workers. I'd like all you guys out here to give yourself a round of applause, because you guys are doing a great job. Thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you. Just give me 1 second. So right now we're closing by calling Christopher Giuliano of our citywide concrete units, who will recount a close call last May when he and his team experienced a work zone instructions in New West Bristol, Staten Island. So let's come and say a few words.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yes, last year at May we had about 11 o'clock. We were reconstructing ped ramps, and a car went to the stop sign, and he didn't look to the right, and he went out and he T-boned another car, and the car came into the safety, and the guys luckily were able to jump out of the way. Nobody was hurt, and that's basically it. So basically just be careful out there and do your best driving.